Good. Let's go, boys. Let's do that. Go for the game. Go.
Well, this could be the unstoppable force meeting the immovable object here in our first semifinal at the 97th edition of the Spengler Cup. The high-flying U.S. College Selects against the grinding, stalwart Sparta Prague. And Kent, I don't know what this is going to look like here.
There's a lot of people don't really know, but I think we're in for an exciting game. You've got, as you mentioned, the flying College Selects. They've had 2 days off. They're rested, they're acclimed, they've had a wonderful 2 days. They are ready to rock. Sparta Prague, of course, will be playing their 4th game of the tournament. They played yesterday and they punted Canada, and they, as you mentioned, long-time team together, bigger, older, stronger.
Ready to go at center ice. The winner advancing to tomorrow's noon local final here in Davos.
Okay, Michael, you first there. Yeah, yep.
And we are underway with the Davos faithful getting set, of course, for the nighttime semi involving HC Davos, but they've adopted this U.S. College Selects team, and we could see them become the favorite here in the crowd as the day wears on. U.S. Selects with early possession here. Serrato trying to come out of the corner. Gadowski keeping things alive. They'll have to do so again. This one backdoor, and Damarsico couldn't grab a handle. Pissick down the wall, picked off by Damarsico. Stolen off his stick now, and Spacek is away down the left side. Spacek has Pissick. Let's that get through for Halapik now. Behind the goal, trying to feed it in front, intercepted, and the Selects are away. Damarsico had his pass intercepted, and now Devin Shore winds his way in, stripped of the puck, and cleared to center ice. Aaron Irving tests Alex Tracy from long distance. Tracy, of course, making his tournament debut. 3 games, 3 different goalies for the Americans. Tracy out of Minnesota State. The other end, Jakub Kovac, playing all the games for Sparta Prague thus far, 4 in a row. And here come the Selects across the blue line. Finley with the shot right into the glove of Kovac, who holds on. Quinn Finley having himself a very nice tournament to date with 2 goals and 1 assist so far for the Wisconsin student.
And early returns, as he is one of the most dangerous players. He can fly it. New York Islanders prospect, 1 gold for USA at the World Juniors. Fun player to watch, brings a lot of energy, backs off defense very well.
Nemecek off the draw, up the far side here for Prague. Into some feet, and a chance for McCarthy to collect, and here come the American college kids. And they've been a bit of a fascination for the locals. The gear in the fan shop going like hotcakes. Apparently, I'm told there is nothing left there of the U.S. College Selects merchandise. And yet, pretty small traveling contingent, being this their first ever visit to the Spengler Cup. So we'll see what happens in the future, but they're making the mark early on here with this semifinals appearance.
We had an inkling that they might become tournament darlings very quickly, as in the opener against Canada when they were down 3-2. We could hear the crowd chanting something. We weren't quite sure at the beginning, but that chant was USA. And of course, Canada typically, the second favorites to Davos at this tournament. But it didn't take long for these youngsters to win over some fans.
Pelosi, Nelson, and Knubel out there to defend right now against the top line of Prague. Michael Spacek in to take the draw. 2.5 minutes almost gone here in the first. Klopik winding his way around on his backhand. Now looking to the slot. Nobody was there for him. Kosal back to the point and a fan shot. Hands opportunity here to the Selects. Knubel cutting his way in. Kovac holding against the post. Puck never really had a chance. Pelosi now on his backhand through the legs, though, of Danny Nelson. And a chance to dump it in for Pysyk. And both sides will change here. Under 17 minutes to go in the period. Loose pass there, picked up by Rabic. And straight up the gut. Another chance for Prague off a stick over the glass and out of play.
Well, we get a early quick at the speed of the U.S. Selects here. Knubel, nice little drive. Hard to the net. Kovac there to stop the door. Pelosi looking for a rebound. Denny Nelson as well. But that's one thing that College Selects do, is come through the neutral zone with speed. You heard head coach Guy Godowski talk about we need to use our speed, but we need to use it together.
Off the draw right into Alex Tracy. He holds on. And his first real blistered shot that he has to deal with.
And what I mean by that is you can't just have a one-off guy coming up, taking on players 1-on-3. Even if you're the fastest player on the ice, you need support. You got to be doing things quickly as a unit.
Line stay out for another, and a giveaway. Repik was right there, couldn't get his stick on it in front of Tracy. Off of Serrato's blade. Back just inside the U.S. zone and going down on an offside. So it's too early to make our first assessment on how Prague will try to slow down this team, but I think we'll probably know within the next 3 or 4 minutes whether or not that is going to work.
Like most games in this tournament, first 3 or 4 minutes, it's that feeling out period. These two teams would not be familiar with each other, obviously. Take a little time to see how one another plays.
Serrata floats one in from the point, guided away by Tracy. The rebound is there, blocked as Zerkal's trying to put it on goal. Here come the Selects across the line. Ooh, bit of a high hit on Gavin McCarthy as Nemecek stands him up, and McCarthy takes a swing on his way by. And it's not quite men against boys. These are all voting adults on the U.S. Selects team, but there can sometimes be a size discrepancy, and Nemecek is certainly one of those guys that can provide it for Sparta Prague. Tracy out to play behind his own goal. Finley protecting the puck. Up the wall. Kicked back by Irving. Extracted once more, and a chance to exit the zone for the Selects. Sepala rides his man out into the boards. Puck battle right at center ice. They continue to dig away. Just inside the line. Down goes one Sparta player. Given back away, but onto it is TJ Hughes. Hughes dumping for Finley. Finley into the slot. Fink on the backhand. He's denied. Polkamp back to retrieve. A good build there for the U.S. Selects. Pysyk out of the corner, up to center ice. Touch back to Spacek. He and Klopik, and now Kolso winding his way. Could he bank it in? He tried. Pysyk a shot. And Tracy gets a piece of that. Bouncing puck in the slot, still available. Klopik trying to find it. And the U.S. Selects clear it now back to center ice. Both sides getting decent opportunities here in the last 90 seconds. Borghese, long pass to Plant. On the left side, tries a shot off a stick of Irving, and out of play. Opening up a bit.
Terrific example of the chemistry you see from Halapik and Spacek. Here was the opportunity that the USA college selects had. Looked more dangerous than it was. There was promise as it came through the slot there, but really wasn't a high dangerous shot. And then going back the other way, the top line of Sparta Prague with some real nice puck movement.
Prague breaking up, crossing center ice. Irving joining the rush, and again tipped up into the netting. Almost 6 minutes gone here.
One thing we found with the selects team, Blake, is you can't rest, you can't take them for granted, especially against Canada and Davos in their first two games. You think you might have them hemmed in, you think you might have them in a vulnerable position, and then boom, 2 passes later, they're very opportunistic. They are gone, attacking the opposition net. So something Prague has to be aware of.
Livanovic off the glass and out. Quick clear. Nelson and Fink and Pelosi trying to get it loose. Raska busting through, takes the body there on McCarthy. Raska back to Nemecek. Tipped on goal. Tracy makes the save. Big bounce off the sideboards. Zerkaus to the corner, couldn't come up with the puck against Livanovic, who took a stick up high. And a U.S. Selects power play coming up here with 13:34 left to play in the first period.
Yeah, Martin Zerkals a little too aggressive in the corner here. Of course, Zerkals is the one with 2 goals against Canada yesterday, and you can see him finish his check on Livanovic. And then, for no reason, really just kind of push off with the stick there. And now we get to see the college selects go to work on the man advantage.
1 for 12 so far in the tournament on the man advantage. And a face-off win to get set up early here. Polkamp thinking about a shot. Cross ice to Livanovic. And now skates up top. Down low, Hughes in the slot, couldn't handle Livanovic. Passes off, Polkamp scores! He's had a shot all tournament long. He uses it there into the yawning cage. It's 1-0.
Eric Polkamp can shoot the puck. 12 goals on the regular season for the University of Denver, San Jose Sharks prospect. And he is certainly the one you want to set up with the one-timer. Some real nice puck movement. Finley to Hughes, back to Livanovic. Opens up the one-time on the left side for Polkamp. And look at this thing, just an absolute laser beam. Even though it goes in the right side of the net, still too quick for Kovac to get across.
Made that look rather easy, didn't they, on the power play very early on in the man advantage. And is it a sign of things to come? Circled in on Tracy. Puck battle behind the goal line. Borghese lost it. Still loose in front and nearly tucked in there. Back down low. And advanced up ice by Larry Keenan. Gets it back now at his own blue line. Spins away nicely from the check. And Keenan's going for a bit of a romp. Keenan all the way down low. Machine is draped over his back. Webush helping out and rims it around to the near side here. 12.5 to go in the period. Aaron Irving streaking down the right side. Ridden out in the boards. Misplay there. And a breakaway opportunity. Here comes Fink, scores! Aiden Fink doubles the U.S. lead. It's 2-0.
Blinken there behind you. This is what the college selects do. They move with pace, and when they see the puck about to be turned over, they are gone. Aiden Fink gets behind the Prague defender. Quinn Finley with a nice little touch here. Fink opens up. Beautiful pivot, and then on and off his stick. So quick while he's in stride. Past the glove of Kovac. 2-0 Selects, and they are full value for it.
First goal of the tournament. He's got 3 points though, Aiden Fink. Junior at Penn State. And he must feel left out. He's not on the Penn State line. He's forced to create chemistry. Unlike his brethren on this team who are baked in now with that chemistry.
And let's just, the other two line mates, one of them is the leading scorer in all the NCAA, and the other is arguably the most talented player on the team.
Yeah, he's not hard done by. Raska trying to find Zerkals. Gavin McCarthy. Vesalainen on him. Quick pass stolen. Vesalainen on the backhand. Couldn't pull the trigger right in front, and the puck rolled off his stick. Breakout pass to Hughes. Just missed him. Raska sends it back in for McCarthy. Up the far side. 2-0 the Selects lead. Here they come again. On goal. Musa couldn't skate onto it. Right through everybody in neutral ice. Vitok giving chase. Instead it goes the other way here for the United States Selects. Across the line. Muldowney hoping to get that out of the corner. Eberle intercepts. Pushes it up the wall, but cut off by Gadowski. Redirect by Seppala into the corner. Big puck battle there. Extracted by Prague. Vitok lost it. And here come the Selects once more. It's Cole Kadubel. Slipped and fell. Still able to maintain possession of the puck though. Kadubel tripped up behind the goal, no arms in the air. Abram Weeb spinning away from Eberle. Pass picked up by Seppala. And now into the open corner. Pelosi elects to stay put. Weeb off the skate of Pelosi, and down the ice it goes. No icing. Repik. Stolen. Knubel sends it back in deep. And here goes Nelson. Lays the body. Pissick some time and space now to make a pass out of the corner. It's off a leg though. And Nelson's got some room. Nelson is in on his backhand. Couldn't really get a shot away. Might have hit the side of the goal. Almost stolen off his stick. Pelosi digging away as well down low. There's the puck now. Right back out though. Muldowney waiting for it. Or Livanovic, pardon me, streaking down the left side. Couldn't send the puck. Prague taking a beat here. Pissick. Just to waste some time as his line mates change. Krejcik does a 360 and now makes a good pass up to Hlapik. Spot check. Takes the shot. That got through on Tracy. Irving sends it behind the goal. Livanovic couldn't hold on to it. McCarthy now though. Right back to Livanovic. Bank pass up the board. Serrato was waiting. Never got there. Puck pressure here by DeMarsico. Spot check. Hopeful pass out of the left side. Kosal there. Weebush stick checks him. DeMarsico pins that up against the wall. Through his legs, past Weebush though. Kosal. Raska takes the shot. Well off the mark as he was stick checked at the last second. Vesalainen winding his way through. Stripped to the puck. Gets it back though. Hit hard. And a flip to center ice. Gives the Selects some time to breathe, but Zerkal takes the shot. Rose up high off the glass. Vitok scores! Lots of open space for Michal Vitok. And Sparta's got some life. Back to within one, it's 2-1 Selects.
Martin Zirkels has been a game changer for Sprague. And he's the one who rips the shot, but he gets on his rebound in a hurry. It misses high. There he is. He gets it, or he gets and then looks to the slot. And this is a great shot from Mikhail Vituk. Through a screen, up over the blocker, Tracy. And we talk about how Prague is going to combat the speed of the Selects. Well, pucks to the net, retrieving them, and then that was a nice pass to the high slot for a quick shot.
Both of its hooks on that fourth line for Prague. And that was just a mid-change makeup with Zirkal still on the ice for the third line, but some chemistry there out of the corner. And boom, just like that, got ourselves a hockey game. Aaron Irving now from the point. Tracy makes the save. Loose puck was there. Sepla couldn't tuck it in. Vituk behind the goal. Sepla out front. Irving the shot. Tracy looking around. And he's got it. Some pushback by Sparta Prague, but it's 2-1 for the Selects. Like Price Kent Simpson here inside the Ice Stadium in Davos. We don't have a horse in the race. We're here for the experience. And we look like we might have a hockey game here all of a sudden.
Great opening 12 minutes and change. Obviously, a fabulous start for the Selects, but the last 3 or 4 minutes, Prague's really come on. You got a replay of that puck that squeaked through Tracy and then just sat in the blue paint. Borghese was the first one to it to chip it away, or it would have been very quickly 2-2.
At 2-0, it looked like maybe the college kids were going to skate away with this game, but certainly not the case. Well, Downey won't get to that one. Musa on the forecheck with some pressure, but Repic gets it in deep. Shore giving chase, and a nice pass off the end wall. And here go the Selects the other way. This one's going to trickle onto Kovac. Frejcik pressured, gave up the puck. Sam Plant with it. Plant behind his back, hoping the timing was right. It wasn't, and now Prague's able to get back across center ice. Kosol streaking in down the right side, trying to turn the corner, bumped his man, got the puck on goal, but Tracy makes the stop. A quick up to Hlapik. Plays that ahead for Kosol. To it though, and a chance to clear once again here. And here come the College Selects, bouncing puck through neutral ice. Sparta takes over. Irving feathers that puck ahead to Vesalainen. Stood up at the line by Lavinch. Puck comes all the way through a couple of Select players. It's a 2-on-2 here. Zirkels, the trailers, machine. Glove save made by Alex Tracy.
Well, a couple bobbles on the last 2 long shots on Alex Tracy. This one snares with his catcher and holds on. As you said, playing at Minnesota State, having a great season there. 11-4-5. Last year he was a Hobie Baker finalist for best player in college hockey.
Native of Chicago. A little different here in Davos than Chicago. One back to Sirota, cross ice pass. The setup there on the one-timer, but McCarthy now helps get it to center ice. Serrato diving for it. Can't make anything of it. And Kosal the other way. Good back check though by DeMarsico. Now pass to Serrato at center. Touches that pass back to Wiebusch. Wiebusch taken down by Nemecek, taking the body on Wiebusch, who then takes his man to the ground. No calls yet here in this play, but bodies are flying. Wiebusch digging away there against Serrato. Kosal flipping it across center ice. DeMarsico winding his way back through neutral ice. Flips out ahead and then peels off on a change. Finley keeping it alive for Fink. Down low, Hughes chops at it. All the way back to the point. Finley setting up the one-timer. Wide off the stick of Polkamp. Hughes, deft touch there, knocked it down for a moment, but now Weed holds as he crosses the line. High in the air, glove down. Chance to clear for Prague, and they do. Andre Rabic protecting the puck. Fresh recruits off the bench and off the side of the goal. One looked dangerous. Quick exit now for the Selects though. And Fink sends it in deep, and the Selects will change. Devin Shore sees opportunity. Down the right side, going to get around Keenan. Still has it. Devin Shore stops behind the goal. Out in front, but Nick Muldowney's there. Musa can't reach the pass. Irving pressured. Gets it away to Repic though. Swept into the U.S. College zone, given away. But Vesalainen can't get the shot away. That's the second time now Vesalainen's been in great position and has had the puck elude him. Keenan up the boards to Plant. Couldn't exit the zone. Raska lost it, and Plant just muscles that back to the blue line of Prague. Quick up to Vesalainen. Stripped though. Keenan has it. Dropping. And a bounce pass. Up ice it goes for Pelosi. Knuble trying to skate onto it. Gets some help from Danny Nelson off the bench. Gets through both of them though. Danny Nelson on the back check, able to pick the pocket of Halapik. Prague controls once more though in their own zone. Bounce pass, Kosal chipping it ahead. As the ice starts to get cut up here in the late stages, under 3 minutes to play here in the first period. Start to see puck control becoming a bit of an issue.
Well, yeah, Prague could have been an odd man rush coming through the neutral zone. The puck went right in front of the Prague gate where the forwards come in and out. It was Kosal, and the puck just slowed right down. He had to stop his momentum. You got to look at Charlie Serrato. Just about broke free there. Lost his footing, and that was that.
Face-off win. And giving chase is Pelosi. The passes to Halapik. And out of their own zone, here comes Sparta Prague. Stood up at the blue line immediately. Who gets to it first? Nelson giving chase. Bumps in a machine. And now some time and space to begin here. Knuble over to the defender, Jake Livanovich. Rimmed around, but the U.S. in the midst of a change. Got through Serrato, but Wiebusch curls, drags, backhand, tripped in the slot, but won't get the call, and he can't believe it. Might have been the prettiest goal of the tournament if he was able to make it work. Never got the shot on goal. Vituk colliding there with Polkamp. Weeb has it pinned up against the wall. David Vituk was there as well, but now clear down the ice. Under 2 to play. Prague gets across the line. Repic is onside. Across. Big save by Tracy. Coming across to Rob-Andre Rabic. And now the puck squirts up over the bench and out of play. 1:29 to go here in the first. The Selects holding on to their 1-goal lead. Great atmosphere as usual here in Davos, this 97th edition of the Spengler Cup. Blake Price, Kent Simpson alongside. And just under 90 seconds remaining in a pretty good first period here. 2-1 Selects lead off the draw. Halapik wired one just wide behind the goal. Halapik looking for more. And puck battle right on the dot. Coming away with it is the American side. And nice passes in close quarters, but now that one's given away. Sirota couldn't do anything with it, though. It's a 2-on-1 here for the Americans, and then they passed onto a wing where there was no player and offside to boot. Both sides giving up glorious opportunities there. And we'll just have a face-off in the neutral zone after they sort all this out.
Well, you mentioned the ice is starting to get chewed up towards the end of the period. Both teams have a heck of a time trying to corral it. That could have been a clear-cut 2-on-1 for the Selects. You see Fick and Nemechek, and I love this from Nemechek. This is just a veteran. It's a pretty minor play. He sees the goal scorer. He sees a younger player, and maybe just give him a little extra shot. Knows he's not going to get a penalty. Just remind you, hey, keep your head up, kid.
Back underway, Polkamp rifles it to center. Battle ensues there. And here comes Prague with 40 seconds to go in the period. Pissick cross ice. Krejcik with the shot. Tracy the save with Vesalainen on his doorstep. Pissick again now. Bouncing that off the end wall. Prague on the attack here in the final minute. Shot from Pissick was headed wide. 20 seconds remaining. Musa, chance to get it out. Off the boards. Gets it past Knubel. And down to a dozen seconds remaining. Holding is Krejcik. Maybe one last rush up ice. Maybe not. Tipped in, and that should do it. Tracy covers up as the horn sounds. 2-1 the Selects lead through 20 minutes. But it is a game after they got out to a fast 2-goal lead.
It was a terrific start for the College Selects. Aiden Fink and Eric Polkamp bolstered them to a 2-0 lead. But Prague was able to reply on a beautiful shot from Vituk. That's where we stand right now after 20 minutes of play. 2-1 U.S. College Selects.
Keep going. Boy. What a fucking ball, eh, PK?
Everyone here inside the Ice Stadium in Dallas kind of singing from the same hymn book right now, that a little worried at 2-0 that the game was just going to get away and it wasn't going to be much of a contest, but everyone is very pleased with the entertainment quality of that opening 20 minutes.
Yeah, and I would agree. A quick period, obviously the good start for the college selects, but Prague showed that they're no slouch, and they definitely controlled the play for most of the last half of the period. 22-8 shot attempts in favor of Prague.
An offensive zone time doubled in their favor as well. 2 minutes and 8 seconds spent in the offensive zone for Sparta Prague against 1 minute and 6 for the U.S. Selects. And that's what we've seen all tournament long. They are quick strike, and it's either in or it's not.
Yeah, you nailed it. That's their whole mojo, right? Off the rush, quick transition, and let's take the puck to the net as quick as possible.
This line has yet to sort of make its presence felt, though. The Penn State boys out there to begin the period here. 5-on-5 as we start the second. And Krejcik right off the bat. Kosal! And Tracy gets across to make the stop, but that was close.
Well, taking a page out of the college selects playbook here. Quick entry and then a nice little touch there. Krejcik through to Kosal. Alex Tracy, the netminder, has to be wary of that short side shot.
Spacek in to take the draw, has Hlapik parked right behind him for a quick strike. Can't drag it back, but there is one from Kosal. Another one, they score! Hlapik following up. 2 quick shots off the draw, and they score on the second. We're tied at 2.
Well, you're always learning, and this is a learning point for the selects. You got to be ready off the face-off, and you got to be ready to react. The play is to Hlapik, but it squirts right to Kosal, and he gets on it in a heartbeat right here. And then watch this play out of mid-air from Filip Hlapik. I think it bounces one. He plays it off the bounces once, plays it off the carom, and then boom, right through the legs of Alex Tracy. And before the selects even knew it, there was 2 shots on their goaltender right from that broken play off the faceoff.
You can see the follow through there, that it's almost like a T-ball shot, almost a T-ball swing.
First, please. Second.
So 13 seconds in, we start anew here in this semifinal game. 2-2, and we're having fun. Machine along the near side wall. Rabic sends Shore away down the right side. A shot by Repik hits a stick and out of play.
You know, I'm not going to go so far to say that Prague took the selects for granted, because they were well aware of how they played the first 2 games. But there's something a little bit different than when you get on the ice and actually experience it yourself. And I think probably that first 7 or 8 minutes, Prague went, wow, these guys are fast, and we're going to have to give it our all. And honestly, I might be giving too much credit, but Martin Zirkles had a great shift where he was flying. And he commanded the puck, had a great chance, and it was almost like, yeah, we can play with these guys. We're fast, we're professionals, and they've settled down since then.
Ivanovic, a hopeful pass, turns into icing here. And we kind of gave a rundown of those stats after the first period. It's only become more pronounced in just 44 seconds to start the second. So the savvy veterans of Sparta, we talked about that, and that can sort of be a detriment, because they can slow play down almost too much. But sort of seeing that wisdom come to pass here in this showdown. Vesalainen along the half wall. Nemecek tipped on goal by Zirkles, who is energized, to say the least, here in this tournament and in this game. McCarthy won't be able to get there. Nemecek just backhands it down the ice. Icing waved off. Picked up there by McCarthy. Bounced off the puck, though. And Vitok back to Nemecek. Tipped on goal. Eberle on the doorstep. Can't tuck it in. Eberle again tries a wraparound loose puck at the top of the crease, and the selects are able to blow the zone. Here they come again. Vitok Going to get it to his brother, who now joins him in the corner, David Vitok. To Eberle. Eberle cut down, and there's a slew foot tripping penalty coming up against the Selects. They're back on their heels and now headed to the penalty kill as Sparta continues to pound away.
Well, how do you slow a team down that can fly when they skate all over the ice? You just don't let them touch the puck. And that's simply what Prague's been doing here. A little bit of keep away, doing a great job in the offensive zone. And as you mentioned, a little bit of a skate-to-skate contact here. TJ Hughes going for tripping. And Prague is just content to hold on to that puck. And now they go to the man advantage.
First, second.
Spacek to Halapik. Dances into the corner. Vesalainen's in front as his Zerkals. Back to Spacek, the shot. Big rebound. Out to Pisek, misplayed it. Lavinge a chance to break in. Martins Lavinge is all the way in. Toe save made by Kovac. Wouldn't that have been a development as another Latvian tries to make his impression on this hockey game. Klopik, bouncing puck at the blue line. Spacek up to Krejcik. Krejcik again tries a wrister off of Lavinge. Up to center ice. Partial change for both sides here. Kosal down the left wing. Bank pass. Gets all the way back to Irving. Kosal again. Kosal. Irving on the one-timer, save made by Tracy. Glove behind the goal, and the glove hand pass gets blown down. It'll come outside the zone.
Well, great chance from Lavinge here as Pisek mishandles the puck. Two Prague players go down simultaneously, and a cheeky little backhand just catches the left pad of Jakub Kovac. Nice little play here. And then it just trickles past the post.
Martins Lavinge and Zerkals played together with Latvia at the World Championships this past May in Stockholm. And Lavinge taking that unfamiliar route for many Latvians to come to college hockey with New Hampshire, the junior. Irving, cross ice pass, tipped over to the right circle, and Tracy gets square to make the stop.
Alexander Tracy's been busy. Just over 3 minutes into the second period. Lots of pucks headed his way. This last one on the one-timer from Kosal. And Devon Shore lurking. Hangs on.
Shot attempts now 33-9. It was a 2-0 U.S. Selects lead. We thought it was going to be dominating in that direction. Little did we know it would end up being dominance, at least statistically, from Sparta Prague. Irving gets onside on a long pass. Kosal in front of him. Krejcik set up for the one-timer, got through and blocked away by Tracy. Irving. Repik. Thought about going to Shore. Instead, it's Irving at the circle. Sets up the point shot. Off a stick, high off the glass. Still alive, though. Irving tripped up a little bit. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. From a tough angle, bounced in. Tracy lays down to make the save.
Well, just as time expired on the power play, Aaron Irving had the puck at a real sharp angle, and he wound up with a howitzer. And it hit his own teammate. You can see right here, 94, Devon Shore takes that. It bounces onto the netminder. Again, Tracy holds on. Devon Shore felt that one.
0-for-1 start on the man advantage for Prague here. 16:05 remaining in the second period. Off the glass. Bouncing puck won't get through. And Tracy out to play it. On his forehand, Matt Godowski, son of Coach Guy Godowski. Both of them at Penn State. Borghese plays it to the blue line, just gets it out. And here comes Aiden Fink down the right side. Drops it. Godowski hits the post. I think Kovac might have even got a piece as well. Back the other way, it's Halapik. Halapik tried to tuck it to Zirkles. Fink got in the way of that. And Fink hit hard on the corner boards. Borghese. Hughes holds up for Finley, just swipes it into the slot, but all white jerseys there. Miho Vitsuk coming down the right side, tucks it in towards goal, and Tracy has to steer it away. Vitsuk again. Down low for Eberle. Seppala pinching down. Stripped in the corner for a moment, gets it back though. Seppala to Eberle behind the goal. Eberle got the pass away. TJ Hughes intercepted, but David Vitsuk wins it back. Chips it into the danger area, but cleared away by the U.S. selects, and Wiebusch puts it in deep. Marsico on the forecheck, can't come up with it. Vitsuk again, David sends it in deep. It's a full change for Prague. McCarthy, cross ice, obfuscated to Marsico. Serrato couldn't skate onto it. To Marsico, has it squirt behind him, won't be able to get to it. McCarthy battling there, ferocious attack there by Pospisil, helps to create the turnover. Krejcik puts it back down low. Raska coming together with McCarthy. Serrato taken down. McCarthy has that hit his lap. Wants to send it to Livanovic to the blue line. Chopping away, they can't get it out. Livanovic hit hard. Krejcik pins him down. Vesalainen in to help. Sent on goal. Tracy gives up the rebound and he covers up. Just over 6 minutes in, it's a 2-2 game here at Spengler. Wild swings and momentum here in Davos. A 2-0 lead in the first period for the U.S. College Selects disappears. And we're knotted at 2 now here in the second, as Sparta Prague has begun to dominate puck possession. A block by Lavinch. And Machine comes back to center ice. Bouncing puck. Selects will control now. Holkamp. Line pass. Lavinch is in. Lavinch takes a shot. And it stayed out, but only just, as players go careening into Jakub Kovac.
Oh, what an incredible pass. It was Eric Holkamp going cross ice to Lavins. Takes the shot, defender bites, and then he puts it through. Musa was going hard to the net there, and Aaron Irving helped him onto Kovac. So no penalty on the collision there. But that hit the netminder kind of right up high in the chest, and then he immediately got hit right after that.
Martin Lavinch is listed as the 13th forward. I think Guy Godowski likes what he's been seeing. He's been getting a regular shift here now.
And deservedly so. Looking very good.
Right off the draw, Muldowney whips one in. Saved by Kovac. Down the ice, an icing call against Sparta. So for the first time in a bit, we've adjusted our bodies to look at the other end of the ice. We've sort of been parked in one direction.
Yep, Prague came out, in the second period, picked right up where they left off in the first. And now it's the College Select's turn to respond.
Plant in to take another draw against Shore. Holkamp fires one off the glass. Abram Weeb comes down, pick it up in the corner. Stripped for a moment, helped out by his teammate. And now muscled across the blue line. Squirting free, but onto the stick of Devon Shore. Repic collects, pounding it back to Shore. Holkamp picks his pocket and wants to relieve the pressure. Well, Downey on the forecheck, can't come up with it. Hlapik with speed, gains the line. Hlapik, just as he was shooting, pushed off the puck. And the U.S. Selects avert danger there. Plant sends it down low. Knuble giving chase, meets with Sirota. Knuble helps to create some pressure and a save on the point shot there off the stick of Keenan. Gloved ahead there by Spacek in the neutral zone. Pulls up in the corner to the point. Nemecek loaded. Now he shoots. Tipped up into the netting. 12:06 to go here in the second period. Offensive zone time now 3 minutes and 54 seconds to 1:18.
And look at this great hit from Holkamp on Hlapik. Hlapik is a sturdy player. Got a low center of gravity. And maybe the person that's a little bit stockier in this tournament is Holkamp, listed at 5'11", 205 pounds. When he hits like a truck, because you don't see Hlapik go down like he did there too often.
High hit by Nemecek on Knuble there, but gets it in deep. Pressure's on. Knuble trying to pay Vesalainen back for that hit. Off of Knuble's skates. Loose for a moment, swatted in by Prague. And the bodies are flying once again. Raska hits Borghese. Vesalainen picks it up, cuts to the middle. Two goes at it for Vesalainen, but Tracy holds the line. Sepala back to Raska along the blue line. Off the wall to Vesalainen. Vesalainen trying to tee up Irving. There's the shot. Tracy saw it. Borghese ridden off the puck. Vituk back again. Irving. Zerkals. Helmet was lost, so the Americans forced into a change, but back to full strength now. Vituk, shake and bake, trying to get rid of Keenan. Out to Sepala, thought about a shot. Decides against it, back down low. Zerkals. Vituk. Sepala again, left point. Middle of a change here for Prague. Shot tipped towards goal, but just wide. Sepala holding the line. That's zone time. Racking up Everlay. Tracy makes the save. Big rebound. Tough angle. Stick handle in, but good play there by Danny Nelson. But only had it for a moment. Sepala looks right, and a blown tire is going to help Keenan send it back to center ice. My goodness. Tale of two games here. The opening 7 minutes or so in the Select's favor, and the rest here for Prague. Thrown on goal, hits a body in front, loose, digging for it was Krejcik. He couldn't find it, and the Selects only get as far as center before it's given right back to Spacek. Pass ahead to Kosol, missed him, and it's an icing call, inadvertent as it is, against Sparta.
There was this power move by Vesalainen. He had one like this in the first period, had an open net, it just got out of his reach. He got two whacks at it. Tracy stays with it. But Prague beating the Selects at their own game. They are first to every puck in the offensive zone. The Selects are on their heels. There was a stretch there of over a minute of attack zone time. And Prague, you could just feel them picking up speed, cycling, using the points, jumping on rebounds. But I'll say it again, this U.S. Selects team, you think you got them down and out, and blink of an eye, they've got a 2-on-1 or they've got a breakaway.
Yeah, still 2-2. all that statistical dominance, but it's a 2-2 hockey game. Hughes, Fink, and Finley will try to change some of that here. Past the halfway mark of the second period in the hockey game. Hughes tucks it back. There's the shot. Holkamp looking for his second of the game. Fink dumped as he goes into the corner. Back to Polkamp once more. Fake the pass to Livinovic and then sent it into the open corner. Big bounce right onto the stick. No. Hughes overskated it. That could have been that quick pounce for the U.S. Selects. Livinovic looking up ice for his options. He'll just carry. Quick touch in. Livinovic joins the rush. Irving met by Fink. And a quick pass was muffed a little bit. Got out of the zone though. DeMarsico midway through a change. Put it out front. Irving intercepted. DeMarsico back to steal though. DeMarsico goes down. Delayed penalty coming up. A long skate for Tracy. It's off a skate and it'll be touched by Prague to trigger the power play coming up here for the U.S. Selects.
Well, DeMarsico thought he drew a penalty back in the first period. It went uncalled. This one, he goes behind the net with Aaron Irving and jams on the brakes right here. You can see the extra hand reach around in on DeMarsico. Referee in good position to see that. Arm goes up.
So the former Edmonton Oil King captain sitting in the box as the U.S. Selects try to retake the lead that feels like forever ago that they had. You know, they started this period with a 2-1 advantage.
Wait. First defense. Wait. Now.
Serrato wins the draw and a quick setup here for the U.S. Selects. Serrato, another circle there. Stops to the point for Gadowski. Fink now loading up. All the way across for Serrato once more. Serrato takes the shot, he scores! Off the post and in for Charlie Serrato. It's another power play goal. And the Selects are on top 3-2.
What a display of skill from Charlie Serrato, Carolina Hurricanes prospect. Also a display in patience. He circled around 3 times. Puck went to Fink, came back to Serrato. Head up. He knew what he wanted to do all along. Far post and in. What a beauty of a shot. Certainly not the highest quality of shooting percentages from that area, especially on a power play. But when you're feeling it, you're feeling it.
Yeah, pretty predictable, but he just beat the goalie. It's as simple as that. And the most unlikely of 3-2 leads here. And does it add some fuel? When they're going, they're going. Will they get going here, the U.S. Selects? That's DeMarsico with a quick shot. Borghese back to retrieve. Looking up ice. That's tipped in nicely by Serrato. Changes for the U.S. Up ice pass, Zerkals. Quick stick move. Vesalainen from a tough angle. It's off a body and wide. Livinovic didn't get that clearing attempt away like he wanted to. Vesalainen just pins it against the boards. Selects have the lead, so they might be comfortable with that here in the late stages of this second period. Lavinch. Bank pass ahead to Musa. Musa and Lavinch competing for the puck. Livinovic all the way down into the corner. Back down low. And off the boards and out now for Sparta. Sent down the ice. Livinovic is beaten to it by Shore. Devin Shore going to get that Sparta dominance back. Musa beaten to the puck as well. Repik pushed off the puck now. Knubel trying to get it back here for the Selects. Frozen. moved for a moment. Now banked behind the goal. And the Selects get it past center ice. Will head off on a change. Fortuitous bounce for Prague. Back in on the forecheck. Livanovic spinning away from Kosal. Hides behind the goal for a little breather. He wants to get to the bench for a change, but the long change here in the second period prevented him. And this offensive zone time here is wearing them down a little bit, I think. Finally, Livanovic makes the pass and goes right over the boards to the bench. Short-lived stay in the offensive zone. Almost an odd man rush. Spot check, gets a tip and just over the bar. They get it out of the zone though. Fink stripped of the puck. Halapik has to settle it. Finally does. Across center ice. Halapik all alone off the outside of the goal. Pospisil is there on the far wall. Polkamp coming in. Finley to Fink. Pass ahead to TJ Hughes. Tipped it. Couldn't possess it. And here comes Pospisil once more. Pospisil with Eberle. Vitok, side of the goal, tries to wrap around through the crease. Eberle can't get it to Vitok again. Still alive at the circle, and Pospisil tries his shot. Pops over the goal. Eberle. Mikhail Vitok buzzing tonight. Eberle to the point. Nemechek waiting. Cross ice play to Sirota. Back down low once more. Zirkos onto the wing. Through the crease, or through the slot, pardon me. Fink down the right side. Settles it ahead to Borghese. Borghese towards goal. Kovac sends it away. Godowski. Borghese one more time. Tipped by Damarsico. Chases it all the way to the far wall, and they'll regroup. Onside now. Godowski just able to muscle it to the circle, and Serrato can't keep it in as it got past him at knee height. And icing, a generous one. 4:09 to play here in the second period.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I thought that might get waved off. Not the case here. Couple good looks, and here is that power play goal again off the stick of Charlie Serrato, beating Kovac cleanly, far side and in for a 3-2 lead late here in the second period.
Serrato in to take the draw. One back. Wiebusch is right there. Takes the shot. That didn't miss the bar by much. Right at the side of the goal is Serrato. Nobody had crashed the crease just yet.
No!
Sent into the zone. Godowski to McCarthy. Advances it along the boards, but sent back from where it came. Godowski. Damarsico plays it to McCarthy. Long cross ice pass onto the wing. Damarsico still has Wiebusch with him. Drops instead to McCarthy. Cross ice pass sent on goal. Serrato's there. McCarthy all the way across. Shot saved by Tracy, or by Kovac, and he'll hold on with 3:23 to play. The Selects back out on top. It's 3-2. Blake Price, Ken Simpson alongside. 3-2 the Selects lead Sparta Prague here at the 97th edition of the Spengler Cup in Davos. And the Selects have found some footing. Not that they are dominating necessarily right now, but they're hanging in there right now, Ken.
Well, the ice that was tilted so heavily against them is evened out just a little bit. But the way this game is going, 5 goals already, I think we're not done seeing scoring.
Abram Weeb takes a shot in and out of the glove of Kovac. Loose there for Muldowney. He couldn't pull the trigger. Kosal, a chip and chase to himself. Weeb is right there with him. So is Livanovic. Weeb now. Nice bank pass perfectly onto the stick of Muldowney. Across center ice. Drops for Musa. Holds up to Weeb. Weeb takes a shot and a right pad save by Kovac. That got through traffic. Livanovic now testing from a tough angle. Loose in front. No pass there just yet. And it gets through Zamplant. And all the way through neutral ice. Livanovic. Bank pass to Muldowney. Cross ice pass is made. Steered away by Kovac. Chance to exit for Seppala. Gets it ahead to Lapik. Blind pass is picked off, but they get it back. Spacek does a circle at center ice. Hard dump in. Vitok gets it to his brother. Mihal back to David, but stolen off the glass and out for the Selects. Knubel on the forecheck, got a piece of it and sent it back in deep, looking to pick the pocket of Sirota. Nearly did. A dump down the ice won't be enough for icing. 2 minutes to play in the second. Hard shot up. Icing waved off. Knubel forcing the issue with Kovac. Gets through Nelson, but Knubel greets the puck behind the goal. Nemecek draped all over him. All the way back to Borghese. Once again around. Big bump there from Keenan, but it comes out of the zone. And the Selects will take that opportunity to begin a change. Borghese once more. Nelson. Fink ahead of him. Nelson gets a seam to Fink. Nearly able to go short side. He scores on the wraparound. Aiden Fink makes it 4-2 for the Selects. And all the concern about the Prague dominance to start the period, they've doubled the lead that they had to begin the period.
They're a fun team to watch. Plain and simple. Denny Nelson picks us up at the blue line. He hangs on, and then he goes backdoor to Fink, who just misses the tap in. But terrific presence of mind from Aiden Fink to recognize Kovac is down and out and committed to that side of the net. Picks up his rebound before Sirota or Eberle can get their stick on it. The wraparound is complete, and so is a 4-2 lead.
Such a tough play to make, just to get that angle right. How many wraparound attempts have we seen already in the tournament? None of them really close.
Great point.
That one perfect.
And he went way out wide too with that wraparound and was able to tuck it in.
Volkamp rimmed it around, got the pass away. He'll get it back. Fink again, cross ice passes there. And Finley in flight. Back to Fink. Hughes. Back out in front. Finley denied. This line feels the wind underneath the wings right now. Hughes lays the body. Create the separation. Long cross ice passes there. DeMarsico comes over the boards. Weebush! Glove saved by Kovac with 29.6 seconds left. And you have to wonder if that might have been in at 5-2, but it remains a 2-goal lead.
Oh, just terrific passing all around from the Selects. Weebush tries to go glove side. Kovac follows it the whole way. But that just started with such a crisp tape-to-tape pass from their own blue line to the far blue line. Ends up with smiles for Weebush, but more of a grimace smile that he didn't put that in, I would say.
I think they are having fun, though. Up 2 goals. playing just their third game of the tournament because of the fact they won the group. Full of energy, 2 days off. It's all coming up selects right now. Borghese trying to get it to Serrato on the second effort. Serrato able to win it for a moment. Into the feet, though, of Rabic. DeMarsico out of the crowd. Off a body into the corner. Serrato spots Wiebusch. Dumps it back to DeMarsico. Couldn't quite grab the puck. Serrato again. As time expires, feels like we've lived 1,000 lives over the course of 40 minutes, but it's 4-2 selects.
Well, Sparta Prague exhibited a little bit of old man power to begin that period, dominating through the first 10 minutes, but the young legs took over the last half, and they were 2-0 at one point in the first. That 2-goal lead stands now up 4-2 after 40 minutes of play.
A great buzz in the building here as we head to period number 3. The fans here in Davos knowing that in 20 minutes of game clock time, we'll know who's headed to the Spengler Cup final. The good news is, yes, it's a 2-goal lead, multi-goal lead, but Kent, we know Sparta Prague is more than capable of giving themselves the opportunity to get back in this game because we saw it to start the second.
Well, that's just it. And just remember, a day ago against Canada, they scored 5 times in the third period to pull away. Now, a couple of those were empty netters. But yes, this team is not out of it. They showed a couple stretches in that second period where, quite literally, they dominated the U.S. College Selects. Found themselves tying it up at 2 with a couple of beautiful goals from the Selects. Made it 4-2.
Here we go in the third. 20 minutes to decide a finalist here in 2025 at the Spengler. Pissick off the draw, right pad save made by Tracy. Tipped ahead to Serrato, didn't arrive on target. Halapik the other way for Prague. Stops, winds it around to Pissick. Canadian puts it back down low. Kosal for Spacek. Spacek all tied up, but he gets it back from Halapik. Spacek looking for a seam. Krejcik just puts it on goal, but it hits a body in front, and Matt Gadowski. Kosal having trouble extracting it from the bottom of the boards. Gets another chance here. Too far for Krejcik. And there goes Serrato with DeMarsico. Serrato, DeMarsico tries this shot off the stick, hits glass and up into the netting for an offensive zone faceoff for the Selects here at the 58-second mark of the third period.
You know, Blake, you wonder what speed does. I mean, this is quite simply a 2-on-2 from the Select's own blue line, but Serrato comes with such speed, he's got such quick hands that backs Prague all the way back to the tops of their circles, opens up a passing lane to DeMarsico. Of course, that deflects up and over.
Finley, DeFink scores! Quick strike off the draw, and it's a 3-goal lead for the Selects here at the Spengler. Hat-trick goal. No, pardon me, 2 goals for Aiden Fink.
4th point of the day, two goals, 2 assists. And we talk about how quick things happen. Quinn Finley, right off the face-off. He's in the middle of the ice when the puck's dropped. He's at the hash marks. Fink is the one on the wall. They basically do a little exchange. Fink goes to the front of the net, uncontested, tape-to-tape pass. That is just beautiful hockey right there.
No, it's 2 credited to Fink already. So it is a hat-trick goal for Aiden Fink. And is it the nail in the coffin for Sparta Prague? 5-2 here in Davos. What a remarkable turn of events. This game has had so many twists and turns. Dominance from the Selects to start the game, a 2-goal lead. Dominance from Prague to tie the game at 2. And now all of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, a 3-goal lead.
In jest, you had made the comment in the first period how Aiden Fink isn't playing with his Penn State line mates.
Right.
Well, a hat trick later.
Okay. He's okay.
I think he's doing okay. And he's been fabulous tonight. Even, 3 goals, 1 assist aside, he's been very dangerous every time he's been on the ice.
6 points in the tournament now. That led last year's tournament. And all goes according to plan. He'll have another game. Well, he's still got 18.5 minutes here to add to it. Pospisil sends it off the end boards. As far as the blue line, not out for the American College Selects. Plant, nice rink-wide pass. Create some space here. Over the line. Shot off the mark and out of the zone now. Back to Muldowney, dropping from Musa. Swings it around to Plant. Zan Plant protecting the puck. Musa tried to extract it quickly and swing out front. Didn't work. Livanovic down the boards, allowing some time for a change here, partially at least. But here comes Sparta. Vitok angled off the puck just a little bit. Keenan doing a good job there. Got to the half wall though, and now perhaps given away to Vitok on the far side. Pressure there, but back to the point it goes. Sepala sidesteps a check, puts it behind the net. Looking for Mihal Vitok. And it's extracted now once again. Chance to get out for the Selects. Lavish on the forecheck, didn't work. Possible breakaway attempt here, but Halapik disrupted by a fine defensive play by Larry Keenan. Borghese bringing that around. Nelson is there in the corner, taken down. Knuble right there to help him. To the point, shot hits a body in front. Borghese would like it back, but stuck behind the goal with Knuble. Knuble comes out front, couldn't get a backhand shot away. Sealing the line was Weed. Knuble again. Weeb, another chance to keep it alive. DeMarsico helping him out. Weeb to Knuble. Kosal picks up the loose puck. Past Spacek though down the ice. An icing call against Prague. A chance to change up for the Selects, and now you might have expected this from Sparta Prague. And it looks like the referee might send both of them. And that kind of works out. Danny Nelson's at the end of his shift.
Well, he's at the end of his shift, and Filip Halapik is the most dangerous player on Prague. Prague has any intentions of getting back into this game, you got to think it's got to go through Halapik, and he's got to sit for two here. So yes, that is a great exchange for the Selects there.
16:25 to go here in the third period. And an early goal by the Selects has really put Prague on its heels now.
I mean, momentum is just such a wild thing. I mean, there was that 6-minute stretch in the second period where it just looked like Prague was going to be unstoppable. They were just going to skate away with it. But in the first period, we thought the Selects were going to skate with it. They were just, so much faster getting to pucks.
Tipped in front, Kovac. He got a piece. DeMarsico into the corner to pick it up. Serrato now. Serrato back to DeMarsico. Lost it for a moment in his feet. Spacek had it for a second, and now Krejcik creating some space here to center ice and tipped in by Kosal. Prague had wanted that change, and McCarthy leaving that for Serrato, but it comes out to the point. Still alive for Serrato on the backhand, a no-looker, and Serrato nearly tripped up. Stripped now at the blue line. Devin Shore outside in, didn't work, but chases it back behind the goal. Zerkals. Martin Zerkals cutting back. Got a fine tournament. Can't make anything happen there though. Serrato looking for Wiebusch, won't find him. Wiebusch still blocks the dump-in attempt, and now a chance to change for the Selects. Machine out from behind his own goal. Carrying down the right side, Andre Rabic. His older brother not in the lineup tonight. On the left side, Tracy makes the blocker save. Able to stop Sepala with 15:10 remaining here in the third.
Alex Tracy has stood tall for his coach, Guy Gadowski. We were talking about Prague, and when they had that run there, everything they were directing was towards the net, and then they were quick to the rebounds. We've seen them look off some shots here in the third and in the latter part of the second period, almost in exchange for keeping possession of the puck. But then there's been no opportunities towards Tracy.
Give it away by Nemechek. 3-on-2, 4-on-2 in fact if they hurry. Finley dropping, gets it back. Finley. Another puck dropped, but couldn't find Fink. Hughes all the way around for Borghese. Borghese, blind spinning pass. Finley just keeps it alive. No, they say it's offside now, so tagging up for the Selects. Hughes did get onside, couldn't get the stick check to work. 1v3. But that works for Sparta as they get the offensive zone face-off thanks to the hustle of Jan Eberle.
Well, you're down 3 if you're Prague. Your tournament hopes require you to get at least 3 in regulation. It's 14:31 left, but not so sure you want to wait too long before you maybe start taking some chances. If you can get one before the 10-minute mark, you're certainly well within this game, but 3 down under 10 makes that road a lot longer.
I know they're tired playing this many games in a row here, but you got to move your feet to get a power play too. You'd have to think a man advantage is what they need to spark a comeback. David Vitok looking down low. Eberle. Vitok looking for his brother, in lone in front, and denied was David Vitok. And this fourth line has been pretty good for Prague. Eberle off the glass and in. Michal Vitok won't come up with it. Off the boards and down for an icing call against the Selects. So Prague finding its footing, looking a little reminiscent of that early portion of the second period where they just didn't allow the Selects out of the zone.
Well, you made the comment about fatigue, and maybe this fourth line that might not have played as much as some of the other lines has stepped up here, because they've looked good when they've got chances here this afternoon.
Philip Lopik out of the box. And out there again for an offensive zone face-off alongside Michael Spacek. One to the half boards. Rasheen slides down, but can't come up with the puck, and here come the Selects, finally able to exit the zone with possession across the opposition blue line. Muldowney drops, and Musa took a shot, but hit a stick on the way. U.S. getting back on side. Polkamp rifles it in. Lavage hit hard as he comes out of the corner, and a penalty coming up as he's cut down. Lavage, a full head of steam. Tempest in the teapot. Gets the Selects a power play on the other side.
I got knee-on-knee contact as well. I don't see it extended, but my perspective is not the best.
Jimmy. Guys, your side. This side.
Back inside the ice stadium here in Davos for the 97th edition of the Spengler Cup, and the U.S. College Selects surprising everybody with a group win already in the round robin, and now a 5-2 lead on Sparta Prague with a chance to land in the final. They'll head to the power play to pretty much nail that down if they can get a sixth goal off the draw, and a quick save made by Kovac. He wants to play it and allow the clear down the ice, and that indeed happens. Man, off the face-off, they've been absolutely deadly in getting good looks. The U.S. Selects already a couple of goals like that, nearly a third.
Get back.
Entering the zone once more on the man advantage. Past Finley. Tried to get it to Livanovic, didn't work. Down the ice again and into the trapezoid to play the puck.
Someone's got too many players on the ice. At the moment I'm counting 5 blue and 4 white, so I wonder if there was a bad change.
Well, there's a couple of infractions there. How are they going to boil this one down? Is this a turning point of the contest?
So I have 19, 27, 23, 13, or number 4.
Oh.
You can choose.
That's what it was, playing it outside the trapezoid.
I think it's both.
Thank you.
It is both. He played it out of the trapezoid and there was too many men. But are they only going to get caught on one of them? So it's the even up penalty for sure for too many men. We heard that discussion at the bench. It looks like they might have gotten away with the Alex Tracy puck play out of the trapezoid. So 4-on-4 it is. And it could have been worse for the College Selects. So here we go. This could be a little bit of fun with all that space on the ice for the College Selects. Tipped in. Kovac out to play the puck. Jumps over Kosal's stick. And still onside via TJ Hughes. Tried to make a cut at the top of the circle. Didn't work. Back down low. Aiden Fink looking for his 4th. But can't come up with the puck. Seppala makes a move at the blue line. Stays onside. Devin Shore first to it. Tried to put it out in front. Nobody there. And whacked to center ice. Serrato collects. 40 seconds more of 4-on-4. Serrato all the way in to the circle. DeMarsico now over the bench. Given away though by Serrato. He wants to track back and atone, and he does. Swings it in for DeMarsico. Splits the D. DeMarsico denied by a stick check at the last second.
What an effort from Charlie Serrato. Carries the puck inside the zone, goes all the way around the Prague net. It's a broken play, comes out, atones for his error. He's the first one on it, and then makes a beautiful little pass to DeMarsico, who has a good shooting look on net. That was impressive.
22 seconds remaining to 4-on-4 before the Sparta power play begins. And it'll be a medium-sized power play for Prague, a chance anyway to get set up if the timing is right. And the timing might be right here if they can hold on to possession for the next 10 seconds or so. Halapik onto the wing, but couldn't find Krejcik, and back the other way. Plant couldn't get the puck to his forehand. Pissick up the left side. Spacek is there. Back to 5 attackers here for Prague, but couldn't get the pass to Irving. Plant shorthanded. Jukes takes a shot well wide. Zerkaus around Plant. Just 15 seconds to go though on the man advantage now. Zerkaus onto the wing. Sent in by Irving. Vesalainen there trying to get it out of the corner. 5 seconds to go on the power play. To the blue line, Spacek kept it there for a moment, but it's cleared down the ice and back to 5-on-5. Both sides avoiding any further damage there. Machine turns in the corner. Pelosi won't get it off him there. Hanging out at the blue line now. Good pass up ice to find Devin Shore though. Will spin out of the corner. Machine kept it there for a moment. Picked up once more towards goal. Shore couldn't find it at the top of the crease. Off the boards and out in a possible 2-on-1. Knubel's got it. Takes the shot. Kovac the save. Zerkaus. 1-on-2 for Zerkaus, but he's got that speed. Nearly wound his way through though. Under 10 minutes to play in the third period. Knubel dropping for Musa. Musa to Knubel. Couldn't guide it towards goal. Did get a piece of it though. Knubel fights for the puck again. Sends it into the other corner. Nemecek didn't hold on to it.
No.
Another chance for Prague now. Up to the blue line. Sent in by Vitok. Out in front. Picked off again though by Nelson. Bank pass up to Finley.
Let's go.
Harassed there by Irving. Irving's got a second chance at it. So does Seppala. But now Finley being pushed around and literally just pushed off the puck there by Irving. Seppala finding his man in stride as Vitok chips and chases. Borghese. Tegadowski doesn't work. Pissick at the hash marks. Up top to Krejcik and his attempted shot on goal up into the crowd and out of play with 8:58 left here in the third.
Well, we talked about when that push might happen. First, we got to look at Knubel trying to go up high on the short side on the 2-on-1. Well, now you're under 9 minutes of play for Sparta Prague. They didn't get anything in that abbreviated power play. More pucks need to be directed to Alex Tracy.
Stats starting to creep to more normal gaps here, although Sparta still leading statistically. Shots taken, shots on goal, puck possession. But the Selects certainly chewing away at that with their play since the middle part of the game. Pissick, short side, couldn't take a shot, and pass didn't click down low. Krejcik using the net there as a pick. Mostly works. Halapik's tip pass, though, does not. Livanovic backed up into his own zone. Crisp pass ahead. Off to Serrato now. Well off the mark, and then big bounce off the glass. Livanovic has to come all the way. Serrato swings at it, not out. And then dumps his man, and Charlie Serrato's headed to the box, and Devon Shore happy to give away the puck to begin the power play. So with 8:11 remaining, opportunity knocks here for Prague, and they almost certainly have to convert here.
Well, this was a no-doubter here. Call it the knee, call it the stick, you name it. Gurkles, who's been one flying for Prague, goes down pretty hard. Looked like it might have been knee-to-knee contact. Getting up on his own steam, so that's a good sign. Door is ajar.
That's the third skate-to-skate penalty we've seen here, as everybody's flying in a semifinal, and can sometimes be the instinct to slow somebody down. But a big power play ahead here for Prague. You make it 5-3 with, say, 7 minutes to go, you start to believe, don't you?
Thank you.
Certainly do.
Okay, first, second, now.
Spacek had won it, but it went off the linesman's skate. And a chance now to clear for the Selects, and space affords itself a rush down the ice now. Curl and drag, and a shot there by Lavinge off the mark. And that actually worked to the U.S. Select's favor, but Polkamp gave it away. Spacek muffed the shot, and it was an easy save. Michael Spacek will have visions of that one tonight. Pissick dropping for Spacek. Carries across center. Repik, cross-ice pass. Tipped there by Nelson, as they'd already pulled the goalie for a sixth attacker. But they blow play down. There was confusion. Perhaps it was an error in judgment there to blow the whistle. I don't think the officials realized the goaltender had reached the bench. They were ready to call a penalty.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the linesman was going, wait a second, there's 6 on the ice, but it was Kovac that came out.
And Kovac shaking his head, so the officials are begging for mercy. They're going to face off at center.
I mean, it's not like Prague had full control of the puck when that happened. There's a little bit of a broken play in the neutral zone, so this could be a silver lining for them.
Off the draw, McCarthy dumps it in. Aggressive play by Yaroslav Nedved behind the bench here for Sparta Prague. And here they are trying to gain the zone. Devon Shore missed that pass. It's another chance. Couldn't handle that one. Repik gets the puck out. Spacek scores! Probably make it Halapik. Over the blue line, late to arrive. And Philip Halapik makes it interesting here in the third. 5-3 for the Selects.
Well, we know Halapik can shoot the puck on and off his stick in a heartbeat. Puck won in the corner to the right, put behind the net, and then right out without hesitation to Halapik. As you mentioned, was the 6th attacker. Perfect position. And oh boy, that may have happened a little bit sooner than you thought in your timeline.
I said 7. This is 7:07, so I was close.
Okay.
And the question is, that was very aggressive for the 6th attacker. You sit on 5 for a little bit here, don't you, Kent?
Well, yeah, and of course that was with the man advantage for a 6-on-4. So, thank you. Play this way for a little bit and see how you do.
But it can't be that far away. Still do need 2. Pospisil faces onto it now. Tied up by Borghese. Pospisil does well to extract himself out of there. Still has possession of the puck, using that big frame to get it back to the point for Sirota. Puts it towards goal. Loose puck at the high slot. Diving play there by Prague, but they won't get it back. Finley, cross ice, back door, and Fink couldn't get his 4th, but he was close. Halapik up ice. Pissick inside, outside, nearly able to get a shot away. Kosal collects, tried to go back to the point for Pissick, but here come the Selects again. Krejcik. Good bank pass and momentum in the favor of Prague. Halapik around his man, but 2 Selects players are there. They get it to the blue line. Krejcik holds it for a moment, then off his teammate, accidentally, spot check, blocked the dump in. Musa cutting towards goal. He'll try the wraparound, can't bank it in off Kovac. 5:45 to play. It's a 2-goal lead for the Selects here at the Spengler. Well, the best game, I think, to date at this year's edition of the Spengler Cup has just become that much better with Sparta Prague's 3rd goal of this game. It's a 5-3 lead for the U.S. Selects. Blake Price with Kent Simpson alongside. And this should be one heck of a finish, as the fans here at the Ice Stadium in HC Davos are having a ball watching this one. Never say die attitude from Sparta Prague, and the ever-present fun of the U.S. Selects.
Yeah, and the U.S. Selects have definitely found their way into the heart of the Swiss and Davos fans. But Prague is not going down without a fight. And you hit the nail on the head. The best game, the most entertaining game thus far in the tournament. And we still got a little bit of time left here.
And is there another chapter to this story? Philip Lapik with his 2nd of the night has made it interesting. Is there a hat trick on the Prague side of things? Already one for Aiden Fink for the Selects across the line. Repic hit. Devin Shore tries to spin and take a shot. Stolen by Plant. Cutting across center ice, gains the line. Plant takes a shot into the glove of Kovac. He thought about playing it to Dominic Machine, but then thinks better of it.
Probably a wise decision. There was a couple blue jerseys bearing down with a lot of speed. Dominic Machine would have grabbed that puck and was standing still. Could have been trouble. So the wise idea, just to get a whistle, go for a face-off win.
It's the Penn State line out for the U.S. College Selects. We'll try to get a further quality shift out of this third line for Sparta Prague. Make it the fourth line. Pravik. They've added 4 forwards out here, though. Looking for a little more on the attack. Out in front. Serrato couldn't handle it. Down the ice it goes. 5 minutes to go here in the third. Pass up to the blue line. Just over the blue line on the dump, and now a cut down, but no penalty there. Prague is away. Kosal looking for Spacek, tipped ahead by Nemecek, but they'll have to regroup now at center ice. Sirota. Backhanded in, Polkamp. Around and past the reach of Nemecek. As the seconds continue to tick away, we'll keep an eye on Kovac. Now we're getting into that territory where Yaroslav Nedved might be extra aggressive. Out of the corner. Spacek missed it. Has a second chance as it's dumped back in. But a flipper by the Selects, and Kovac was headed there, but backed into his goal on that little dump out. Puck's on its edge, but Shore settles it. Eric's stick is not helping things.
Kovac was standing at the tops of the circles the whole time the puck was in the offensive zone, but he just didn't feel confident. He was right. Prague did not have control of that puck.
Good judgment shown. Pass up to the blue line. Blind swing by Zerkals. Turned away, and Kovac still can't get out. We're getting now into more traditional goaltending pulled territory rather than aggressive. 3:30 to go. Down the ice, and an icing call will postpone it even further.
Well, if you're USA, I'd like to say you don't need any more goals and you got to think defense, but I don't know if they're wired that way. I think they'll still try to play the same way. Obviously, all hands on deck in the defensive zone, but if they've got daylight, I don't think you're going to slow these horses down.
Think about what sort of lessons are being taught to these young collegiate players that they'll take back to school and then into their pro careers, defending a lead in a tournament like this. Musa nearly taking the puck off Irving, who then panics a little bit, sends it back to center ice, only to see the Selects dump it back in. Boy, that took a funny carom off the glass. 3:15 to go. Pass to center. Spacek's behind the back, doesn't work. Zerkals digging away too. Down to 3 minutes left here in the third period. 5-3 the Selects lead. It's stuck under a mess of bodies. Musa plays it onto the left side. Levinovic lost control, and here comes Prague the other way. Pisek and Amraska. Christian Vesalainen on his backhand, protecting the puck down low. Goaltender to the bench finally. 6 attackers for Prague. Out of the corner. Halapik already with 2 tonight. Cross ice passes there. Krejcik down low. The save made by Tracy to Rob Pisek. And an icing call coming up here against the Selects. Unless it's one, it is. The speed of DeMarsico too much. Vesalainen across center ice. Krejcik dumps for Halapik. Carries into the corner. Halapik, side of the goal, gets it back. Irving along the blue line. Under 2 to play. Halapik looking for an avenue towards the goal. Nearly found it. Vesalainen missed it off the post. Devin Shore that close. And it's an icing call now against the Selects. That close to a 5-4 game.
Well, you see the patience from Halapik. Incredible considering you're down 2 goals. But he just waits and waits. He's looking for Vesalainen. Goes off his skate right out to Shore, who doesn't get all of it. But it had Tracy beat right off the outside of the post.
Timeout called here by Sparta Prague. And that was certainly needed, giving the star players a rest and to draw up the desperation game plan. They need 2 goals in under 2 minutes now. They have been good at maintaining possession in the offensive zone. They're the kind of team that maybe doesn't give up that 6-3 goal early to really nail the victory. I don't think that's the last chance they're going to get, that Devon Shore opportunity.
I agree. I think you're right. And they're, as we said, they're patient with the puck. You know, right before that, it was a one-time shot from Mark Pissick from a wide angle. You can't look at that because the rebound is going to go into the corner. Unless you put it more to the front of the net where you're looking for a stick or a skate. Their shots have to be up a little bit higher, or you're just putting it in for a shot pass.
Here we go. Face off into the corner. Dumped out by Keenan, only as far as center ice. Repic screams back in, takes his shot. Tracy makes the save. Krejcik puts it back towards goal, looking for Vesalainen, won't find him. 4 U.S. Selects players are away. This could be it. No! Off the side of the goal. Nelson couldn't nail this one down. Or we'll see if Shore can. Back the other way. Gains the blue line. Devon Shore is onside. Krejcik around for Halapik. Irving holds the line. Back to Halapik. Krejcik holding at the top. Halapik. Tip is on goal and Tracy sticks out the right pad. Keenan rimming that around. It's an icing call. 41 seconds left. It's going to have to come quick here for Prague to get 2 now.
A wise decision from Keenan. Let's take a look at this play from Denny Nelson. He's getting harassed by Repic, but he did have a wide open net. I mean, I got to think 9.5 times out of 10, Denny Nelson puts that in. Maybe a little too lackadaisical. When you're up 2, it's not near as glaring, but he will think about that one in his sleep.
Listen to this crowd here in Davos. They're just enjoying great hockey. Sure, there are some fans. We saw a handful of College Select fans there, of course, and there are some Sparta fans, but these are just hockey fans loving this. Spacek can't win the draw. Off the glass and down the ice, and it will be another icing as Irving did his best to mimic his best effort.
Put your head down, make it look like you're moving your feet as fast as you can without going anywhere.
34.8 seconds left. Has to be a face-off win and a goal pretty much to allow them time for that tying goal. Devon Shore to take the draw.
Okay, Michael, now.
Can't win that one either. Borghese all the way down the ice. It'll be another icing call, but chews up another 6 seconds, and that's a valuable 6 seconds right now for Sparta Prague.
College Selects have no problem doing this. If this last 30 seconds takes another 3 minutes, they have no problem with that at all. A little bit of argument about who's getting off the ice and on the ice. Selects tried to do a quick line change, but the linesmen and refs were on that in a heartbeat. No, you're not going anywhere.
They've seen that game before. So here we go. And
First, second, now.
this needs to be a face-off win. It is. Back for Krejcik. Rifles it wide. No bank in off the goaltender. Spacek. Back down low. Halapik setting up Spacek. Fan on the shot, and that'll do it. A dozen seconds remaining in the game. This one's wide of the net. Nelson couldn't get his revenge either. Off the side of the goal. 5 seconds remaining. Zerkels, so good. They're offside, and they let time expire. A 5-3 victory for the College Selects. What a game. Wild, woolly, entertaining. More narrative changes than an M. Night Shyamalan movie. But it's a victory for the college kids. They're off to the Spengler Cup final.
And well deserving. They came out in the second period They had Prague on their heels right from the get-go. 2 quick goals. They let up their guard a little bit, let Prague into it, but then we saw the speed, the youthful exuberance of this team take over, and they cruised to a 5-3 win.
Hope you love that one. The Battle of Switzerland coming up later tonight. Freiburg versus Davos. 5-3 the final. The Selects over Sparta Prague from Davos.
Mikhail Spacek, clearly not the outcome you've hoped for, but I feel like you cannot blame yourself for doing anything wrong. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we had a good tournament today. I think we were a little bit tired maybe at the end, but when it was 2-2, I think we were a better team a little bit, and they just scored the third one and fourth one, and it was hard for us to come back. And yeah, at the end, like I said, maybe the energy wasn't there. So yeah, they were a better team at the end, and congrats, and yeah, that's it.
So you said it, you were a bit tired because yesterday you had quite a physical game. So do you think that was the key tonight? So they had fresh legs and that's why they won?
I remember when I was here the first time, we had the same schedule with Umbri, and now we had I think four games in 5 days. So yeah, it's different, you know. But I don't want to make it like excuse, but it's just what it is.
Can you still gain something positive out of this tournament? I mean, yeah, it's always fun to be here, but are there any positives for you?
Yeah, for sure. It's always nice to be here, face the good teams. You know, the atmosphere here is amazing too. So, and for family, it's also nice. And yeah, I think we played good games, and now we can build it for the future.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye bye.
John, hi. Aiden Fink, congratulations on that win, on your hat-trick as well. I guess you had a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah, it was a great game. All three of these games have been fun games. It's been intense games, and you know, we got the finals tomorrow, so it's going to be a fun one again tomorrow.
You never played against pro teams, but tonight you showed like championship qualities, because I felt like most of the game you weren't the dominant team. How did you manage to turn things around?
Yeah, I mean, we just had to stay with it. You know, that's a good team that we just played. They play hard, they play fast, and we just had to stick with it, you know, bury on our chances, and I think we did that, and I thought our goalie played unbelievable tonight, so got to give credit to that back end.
Danny Nelson missed the empty net in the end, so does he have to pay dinner tonight, or what's the deal?
That's a tough one, you know. Obviously you want those, but it didn't go for him, but he'll come back tomorrow. I guarantee you he'll score again tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Awesome, thank you. Thanks, guys, really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Start to move.